Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. For this video, I will be finishing up the Math Kangaroo 2016 in the USA for levels 1 and 2 by doing the 5-point problems. So let's start with number 17. Which of the following pictures cannot be made by using figures like so? This is the figure. So let's start with A. A can be made by doing this and doing this. B can be made by doing this and doing this. C can be made by doing this and this. D can be made by doing this, 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 and this, leaving E that it cannot be made. So we have to put one here, and then this figure over here looks different than this. So therefore, the answer for number 17 is E. Number 18. Which tile matches the empty middle pattern in the picture? So, let's draw it in. Blue would look like this. Now we can get yellow to see how the yellow one would look. The yellow one would look like this. So a slight curve in both of them. It's not just straight. And then the red one would go straight on both of them. Now, so the picture has a straight red one, then a curved blue one, and a curved yellow one. So A matches all this. B has a straight blue one, so no. The red one goes on top of them, so no. D, no straight red. E, no straight red. So the answer for number 18 is A. On to number 19. Amy used 6 equal small squares to build the figure. What is the largest number of equal small squares she should add to the picture in order to obtain a larger square? So, let's fill it in up to here so far. So we have to attach it to the border like this. So it's not a square because it's a 3 by 4. And a square must have the same number in both areas. So same for it to be a square. So A times A would be a square because a variable, these are variables and they stand for a number, and the same variable stands for the same number in the same problem. So sort of here 3, not the same as 4, so it's not a square. So it says you can add, so you can't take away. So you're going to have to add 1 to this to make it a 4 by 4. So right now, you can multiply and get 12. This one equals 16. So 16 minus 12 equals 4. So you add 4 plus all of this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you add 6 plus 4, and you get 10. So the answer for number 19 is D. Number 20. 5 sparrows sat on a wire as shown in the picture. Some of them looked to their left, others looked to their right. Each sparrow chirped only once to each bird it saw on its side. For example, the third sparrow chirped 2 times. So see, it sees 1 and then 2. So it chirped 2 times. In total, how many times did they chirp? So we already have 2 for the third sparrow. Now we can see that the first sparrow chirped 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So plus 4. And this sparrow, the second one, chirped 1 time. So plus 1. Now we already did the third sparrow, it chirped twice. So now we look at the fourth sparrow who chirped 1, 2, 3 times. And finally, the last sparrow chirped 0 times because it's looking at nowhere. Like no sparrows are here, just nowhere basically. So we can add, and when we add, we get 6 plus 4, And then when we add this, we finally get an answer of 10. So the answer for number 20 is D. The sparrows chirp 10 times. Number 21. Which pattern can we make using all 5 cards given below? So let's view A. A cannot be made because they're here. Look, there's 2 blue, so 1 here. So we can pretend there's a blue here. Let's do it this way. It'll be much simpler. So we can add a blue one onto this figure over here. So blue one right over here. So this is blue. And then we have a purple square right over here. And then we can have a blue one being covered up here. And then we can draw a purple square on top of this. And that would cover it up. So yeah. And now we can color this in. And it looks exactly like this. And it can't, so A is our answer, but let's view the other choices. B cannot be it because there's too many blue triangles. C cannot be it because the purple squares are way too long. Then this D cannot be it because there's 1, 2, 3 triangles, even if it was hiding the squares. And then D could not be it because the green one is on the bottom in every single picture, meaning that it would not hide this part. So the square would actually look like this. So if it was like this, then it would be true. So that means the answer is A. This one was a little tough in my opinion. 22. In the picture, you see 5 ladybirds. I thought it was ladybugs. Ladybirds, that's a new word for me. Each one sits on its flower. Their places are defined as follows. The difference of the dots on their wings is the number of the leaves, and the sum of the dots on their wings is the number of the petals. Which of the following flowers has no ladybug? So it says the difference is the leaves and the sum is the petals. So 5 is on the first, so there's 5 dots on the first wing of this ladybug. And there's 2 here. So 5 minus 2 equals 3. So this one would already, we know, be on D because it's the only one with 3 leaves. But let's add just to make sure. 5 plus 2 equals 7. There is 7. So D cannot be an answer because this one goes on D. The next one has 4 and then 2. So 4 minus 2 equals 2. This one will go on C. And then 4 plus 2 equals 6. Oh, it doesn't go on C because this one actually has 8 petals, meaning that it actually goes on E. So you always look to make sure that we are being accurate. And then you see also for E, wait, this one has 7 petals. So where does this ladybug go? So then we realize that this ladybug does not go on any of these. So that means that this one goes on none of them. So you always have to be careful. Like you're like, this one has 2, so it goes on here. Then you realize that this one has 8. So then you check over here. Then you realize this one has 7. So you know that 4 minus 2, you can double check. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Then you can add 4 plus 2 equals 6. And you realize you have made no mistake, meaning that it does not go on this and it goes on something that is not on the answer. So we can just write none because it's on none of the answer choices. Now for this one, it has 4 and then 3. So 4 minus 3 equals 1. And then 4 plus 3 equals 7. So this one has 1 leaf and it has 7 petals. So this one goes on B, meaning B is not an answer. Now we look at this one. 5, then 4, 3. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Then 5 plus 3 equals 8. So C has 2 and 8. So C is not an answer. Finally, look at this. 6 minus 1 equals 5. 6 plus 1 equals 7. This looks like A. So the answer for number 22 is E. 23. On each of the 6 faces of a cube, there is one of the following symbols. So these are the symbols: spades, heart, diamond, clover, square, and this O. On each of the faces, there is a different symbol. In the picture, we can see this cube shown in 2 different positions. Which symbol is opposite the square? Which symbol is opposite the square? So right now the circle is here. Over here it's up. So that means we're tilting it downwards. So now this would be at the bottom, meaning that the diamond is opposite to the heart. So that now we see that when we rotate it upwards, it's here, and then when we rotate it downwards once, this will appear. So that can only mean that we've also rotated it this way, meaning that we will see that this clover thing is on the opposite of the spade. So clover, whoa, that's a weird clover. Clover is opposite of spade. That's my best spade. Meaning that we are left with the circle is opposite of the square. So the answer for number 23 is a circle, or you can call it an O or 0. Number 24. The numbers 1, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 15 are distributed into groups with one or more numbers. The sum of the numbers in each group is the same. What is the largest number of groups? So we have 1, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 15. So these are 7 numbers. So I'm going to write them here to make it easier to use. 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. So 6 groups is like not possible, because that would mean one number is alone and everything else adds up to it. So 15 would be alone because it's the biggest, so it has to. Then that means that only one number goes with something else. So 6 is definitely not possible. Same thing with 5, because that would mean 2 numbers get another pair. So 15, then nothing else can add up to 15 besides nothing with 12. So that means can't be 5 either. So same thing with 4, because in this case the 3 biggest numbers would have to be individual, like in their own group. We can group 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is also a little too much. So B finally works, because 1, 2, then we can have 3. So B, we can make it work. So let's try it out. We can have 15 and 5, so 20. Then we can have 12 and 8, that's also 20. Then we can finally have 10, 9, and 1, that's also 20. So that means the answer for number 24 is B. 3 is the most. So instead of randomly using guess and check, we can eliminate 3 options, making it easier even if we want to use guess and check for A and B. So we finally finished the 2016 in the USA for levels 1 and 2. We finally finished this math kangaroo test when we finished the 5-point problems. So I have one more thing to say. On my channel, let's go to it. I asked for 40 subscribers in one of my past videos, which is right over here. And today, I have not just reached past 40, but I've reached past 50, and I am at 56. So I wanted to say thank you for that, and continue sharing this to friends and family. And if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you. Bye.